Alright, for this lesson we're going to do Bryan Adams Summer 69. I'm Canadian. I don't think I've done any Canadian songs on this YouTube thing here, which is bad, so now we're about to change that. D chord. I don't really think in the tune we hear this first string, so I don't think it matters whether you play that finger or not. We're going to hit the D chord. We're going to hit strings 4-3-2, or 5-4-3-2, or 4-3-2. Not exactly sure. I mean, the A sounds totally phonic. Don't really remember from the record whether you hear both or not. Doesn't really matter though. Then we're going to hit 2 Ds and then hit the chord again. So we're going to go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and then we're going to play a measure and a half of just D eighth notes, which will give us 12 altogether. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Then we'll switch to our A chord. You can borrow your first finger across it or the 3 fingers, whatever you want to do. And we'll play the same thing, but this time we'll ride on the A string. So we'll go chord, 2 A's, chord again. 1 and 2 and then a whole measure of A. So we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and actually a measure and a half of A because the first part, 1 and 2 and is only 2 beats. And then have to finish the rest of that measure, and then a whole measure of A. So we have D chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, and then A, 1, 2, and goes back. And it's maybe a little bit faster, or something like, I got my first real 6-string, bought it at the 5 and dime. Woo! It's a bit high for me to sing. Fingers bled, too high actually, to the summer of 69. Anyway, this continues, and the guys from school, there's an octave lower, sounds kind of goofy. Something like that. Anyway, then we get to B minor. Hopefully you know that chord. Here's your A minor. You probably recognize that one. Play it with 2, 3, 4. Move it up a whole step, drop your bar, and give us a B minor chord. We're going to go down, down, up, up, down. So basically beat 1 is a quarter note. 2 eighth notes is a down up, so long, short, short. We're going to tie over an eighth note from the and to beat 2 to beat 3, and we're going to go up again on the and to beat 3 and back down on 4. So it gives us a down, down, up, up, down, 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 up, up, down, 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 up, up, down. We're going to use that strum pattern through this whole little section. The B minor, 2 and 3 and 4, A, 2 and 3, D, to G, and that's the stop singing now. Best days of my life. I think I skipped something there, didn't I? Oh no, I guess not. But when we get to the D chord, this is kind of fun now. We're going to have the... So, kind of cool. We're going to basically take our D chord. We're going to take away that second finger, like we talked about earlier, and we're going to play with the right hand. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Then put the second finger back in for a D chord and do 1, 2, 3 again. Then put your pinky in to make it a D sus4 chord and go 1, 2, 3. Then back to your D chord. And then we're going to take that away one more time and we're going to go 1 to 3. We're going to skip 2, drop that back in for 1 to 3. So we start without the middle finger to give us a D sus2, and we go 1, 2, 3. Put the second finger back in for a D chord for 1, 2, 3 again. Put the pinky in for D sus4, 1, 2, 3. Take the pinky away for D chord again, 1, 2, 3. Take the middle finger away again, but this time go 1 to 3. Put the middle finger back on for 1 to 3 again. So we get... Oops, I stuttered a little there on the end. Here what it look like in this hand. Alright, then we're going to go to our A chord, and we're going to basically do the same thing. We're going to take away the third finger this time to give us an A sus2, but this time we're going to go strings 2, 3, 4 instead of 1, 2, 3. Then put the third finger back in for 2, 3, 4, the pinky for A sus4 chord, 2, 3, 4 again, take the pinky away, 2, 3, 4, and then take that third finger away again, and this time you go 2 to 4, drop it back on, 2 to 4 again. So we get Anyway, so here's our D, and then our A, and that's the whole song except for the bridge, big bar chord F. I believe it's the same strum pattern, the down, down, up, up, down. We're going to then go to the B flat, like we changed keys totally here, and then a whole step to C. B flat would be in 6, C would be in 8. Same, look the same though, and that's the whole. And then you're back to. Anyway, it's a fun tune to play. I hope you had fun, and I hope that wasn't too goofy.